Hello and welcome back, yogis. My name's Melissa Pingle with Intervestment Yoga. Glad you could be here today. Today we'll be working on a few new sequences to add into our practice. The goal is to get your blood pumping and start working those arms and the entire core. So all I need from you today is your comfy clothes, maybe a couple of blocks if you have them, they're not required, and your mat, and we'll see you back here. We'll begin today in a seated cross-legged position if that's available to you. Hands placed on your knees. And we'll begin to slow down our breathing, become more intentional, become more present. And I'd like you to sit up straight here. Nice tall spine. And on an inhale, reach your arms overhead, reaching towards the sky, just starting to stretch, and bring them back down. On your next inhale, bring them back up and push them down. And one more time on the inhale. And on your exhale, I'd like you to begin to turn to the right. I'd like you taking your right hand behind you, looking over your right shoulder if that's available. Just getting a little stretch here. On an inhale, bring yourself back up and to the left. One more breath here. Come back up to the middle and bring them down. Bring your right hand over to the side and begin to lean over, getting a nice stretch in the side body. And continue your breathing. Reach up to the sky, bringing the left hand down and reaching over to the left. Bringing it back up to the middle on an inhale. And to the right again. You can bring your arm down further if you need a further stretch, but just trying to keep both of those sit bones on the mat. And reaching back up. And one more time on the left. Bringing your hands back up to center. Hands to the knees. Now bring your right hand to your left knee and your left hand behind you. And let's do that stretch one more time. Coming back to neutral. Left hand to right knee. Turn to the side. And back to the center. And let's just shrug our shoulders a little bit here. One more time, reach up into the sky and begin to stretch forward. Get a nice stretch in your back. Take it slow. We're just starting to warm up. You can bring a block at this time if you'd like in front of your head. And come back to the center here. And let's just roll out our wrists a little bit before our downward dogs and time on our mat here. You can bring your hands up and down, getting a nice wrist and out and back. And then lastly, before we come into our child's pose position, just want to give ourselves some nice neck stretches. So roll your neck very gently one way, and then maybe the other. Don't force anything. And you can take your hand on the top of your head, your left hand to your left shoulder, giving yourself a little stretch this way. And release. And the other if you'd like. From here, I'd like us to meet in child's pose position. So come through tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Bringing your knees to the outside edges of the mat. Reaching hands forward, your seat back. Placing your head on the mat, maybe giving yourself a little massage. And come back up to tabletop position. We'll go through those cat-cow rounds. So on an inhale, send your gaze to the sky, dropping your belly. And on an exhale, push the mat away, arching your back under. And again, inhale for cow, exhale for cat. And do a few of these at your own speed with your own breath. Giving yourself any movement you may need. And then meet me in neutral tabletop position. So here we're going to do some bird dogs, as we call them in the exercise world. So bring your right arm forward, your left leg back, holding it stable, and then crunch it in towards your chest and back out. In. Core is tight, and in, continue to breathe one last time, and in, out, come back to tabletop, roll our wrists out if you need to. We'll do that on the other side, so left arm comes forward, right leg back. And when you're stable, crunch. 2. Core is tight. One last time. Awesome job. Plant your hands back on the mat. Give yourself any movement here, maybe a cat-cow. We're just warming up the spine here. When you're ready, tuck your toes under. Meet me in a downward dog. It's the first down dog of today, so be gentle on yourself. Letting your head release to gravity, releasing your jaw, softening your face, pedaling out the feet. Look forward and meet me in mountain pose at the top of your mat. Forward fold, half lift, and up to mountain. Nice work. Bring your hands down. And this is where we'll start to set an intention for the practice. So at this point, I would like us to set an intention for the practice today. Be grateful you're here. Send some gratitude out into the world to someone that needs it. And I'd like to offer that on today you think about someone that makes you smile. Think about that person and what is it about that person that makes you smile? And maybe we can aspire to those traits. Taking one more moment to set that in, we'll meet at the top of the mat for Sun Salutation A. So on an inhale, bring your arms up into the sky for mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Back is flat like you're on a swimmer's board to jump in the water. Exhale, fold forward. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. We'll go through our chaturanga, high to low plank into upward dog. So high to low, elbows squeezing in, pushing through for upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Really stepping into this a little bit further than your first down dog. Releasing the head, and let's do that again. Look to the top of your mat, jump or step forward, fold down, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, inhale to mountain. Bringing your hands back down, folding down, placing the hands down, step back, high plank. This time we can drop the knees and go through the push-up this way, high to low, pushing through to cobra pose with your legs on the mat, pressing through the chest, exhale, downward dog. You can do either of those modifications, or you can always skip that flow anytime in the practice. One more time, look to the top of your mat, jump or step forward, forward fold, halfway lift, fold forward, and come up to mountain pose. Exhale, swan dive down, plant the hands, step back, high plank, go through your flow, low to upward facing dog, and exhale, down dog. Nice work. From here, we'll go into our sun salutation B. So look to the top of your mat, jump or step forward, forward fold, halfway lift, bring yourself down and up into a chair position. Sitting back like you're sitting in a chair that's too far away for you to sit, check down on your toes, make sure you can see them. Hands at heart center or overhead. Breathe. From here, exhale, you're welcome. Forward fold, hold this a moment, releasing your head to gravity. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, go through your flow, and meet me in downward facing dog. Take it at your pace. Two nice breaths here. On your next inhale, reach your right leg to the sky. Step it through with control. Plant the back foot at about 45 degrees, bringing your torso up strong. Hands up overhead facing each other for warrior one. Your front knee is bent. Watch the knee, make sure it goes towards your pinky toe, not caving in. Back leg is strong. And arms are overhead or at heart center. Nice work. Then we'll open up to warrior two. Front knee stays the same. Knee over ankle, back leg is strong. Foot comes to 90. Looking over that front middle finger. Extended side angle is next. So come forward, bring your right arm on your shin or thigh. Left arm reaches overhead. Getting a nice stretch here. Your side body. Pushing into both legs, not just into the front. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Bring yourself up and around. Legs stay the same. Right arm reaches overhead. Nice work. Bring your hands back down to the mat. Step back. Go through your flow or meet me in downward facing dog. Ooh. Let out a sigh here. On your next inhale, bring your left leg into the sky, three-legged dog. Bring it through with core strength and control. Place it down. Back foot comes to 45. Bringing yourself up. Make sure you're stable first. Sweeping your arms overhead, palms facing each other or at heart center. Again, we want to check in with that knee, making sure it's not coming in or going too far forward. Should be right over the ankle and jetting towards your pinky toe side. Open up to warrior two. Legs are the same, strong into the back, pushing into all of the toes. Extended side angle. Left forearm comes to thigh, right arm reaches over. On your inhale, reverse the warrior. So bring your right hand on your back leg, left arm reaching over, stretching here, opening up that rib cage. The back hand can come around if you want a bind. And exhale, bring your hands down to the mat, go through your flow, and meet me in down dog. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. All right. On your next inhale, look to the top of your mat. Jump or step forward. Forward fold. Let it all hang down. Catching your breath here maybe. And the beauty of the online is you can always take a pause and start back up when you're ready. Just checking in with how you're feeling here. Bring yourself up to forward fold or halfway lift. Forward fold and back up to chair pose. See if you can get into chair a little bit deeper this time. Maybe lifting up your toes. And I'm going to challenge you to come up on your toes. Give yourself a couple little calf raises here. Nice work. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high, step it through. Warrior one. Inhale, open, warrior two. Extended side angle. Left arm reaches over. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, go through your flow or skip it all together and meet me in downward dog. 2 breaths here. Inhale, left leg high, step it through, plant the back foot at 45, warrior one. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant your hands to the mat, go through your flow, and meet me in child's pose. So here we're just connecting with our breath in child's pose. Checking in with ourselves, maybe reminding ourselves of that intention. And bring yourself back up to tabletop. And I'd like us to do thread the needle. So on an inhale, bring your right arm into the sky. And on your exhale, bring it through, placing it on the mat. Your left hand can stay here by your head, or you can move it forward. It depends on how much stretching and how tight your shoulders are. And some people even like to do a bind. Whatever is comfortable for you. And place your hand back down if it's not already there. Reaching it into the sky. Planting it. Bringing your left hand on an inhale up and through. And on an inhale, bring yourself back up to tabletop position. Let's just reset ourselves by just doing a couple of our cat and cows. And then I'd like you to come down onto your stomach. Keeping your hands near you here, placing your chin on the mat. And we're just gonna press up for some cobras. So inhale, bring yourself up. Head should be looking straight forward or slightly down. And back down, nice. One more time. Continue breathing up here and back down. And then we'll do bow pose. So on an inhale, bring yourself up, bring your knees up into the air, and you're gonna be reaching towards your feet. If you can't reach them, just reach like this, that's okay. And if you've ever had a knee injury or anything, don't do this pose, you can just reach for them. Hold, continue to breathe. And you can release your head down, placing your right cheek on the mat. We're going to do that one more time, so bring your chin to the mat. Begin to reach back, bring your legs up, and continue to breathe. And let yourself down, placing your left cheek. Bringing your chin back towards the middle. Hands next to you and push up through tabletop in a plank pose. We're gonna do some plank walks. So right, left, right, left, right, left. Two more, pulling that belly button in towards your spine, strong core. Nice. Press back. Come into a downward facing dog. We're going to do some hip stretching. So bring that right leg into the sky. You can bend it if you'd like. And when you're ready, bring it through, placing it on the mat, bringing your knee towards your right hand and the foot towards your left hip. And I'd like you just to stay here. Feel that stretch in the thigh. You may want to grab your block or book or whatever you have here. You can place it underneath that hip on the side. And we'll inhale up and exhale. I'm going to hold you here for a while. Continue to breathe. The hips have a lot of stored emotion in them. So breathe through the discomfort. And when you're ready, bring your hands up. Tuck the back toe under, send the right leg up, give it some love, stretching up and in. Placing it down, and you betcha we're going to do the other side. Left leg reaches, comes through. Your knee comes towards your left hand, your foot comes towards your right hip. Sitting up straight and then bending forward. Coming back up. Lifting that left leg up, and you can shake it out a little bit. Pressing into your down dog. Look forward. step and come down into a seated position. From here, we'll go into the beloved boat pose. So, hands behind your thighs, knees into the air, arms like this if that's available. Another option is this. And let's hold this. And let's come to low boat. So bringing your body down, still having a real strong core. If you're shaking, that's good. Back up. And down. And up. And down. Release yourself to the mat. Bringing your knees up, and then let them lay out. Putting your feet to bottom of your feet together. If you have those blocks, this is a good time you could possibly use them. Put them underneath your legs to rest them on. But this is a really nice stretch. And I want us to just stay here for a few moments. Continuing to breathe. Sending breath to where you're feeling the stretch. Releasing your jaw. Bring your knees back together and send them out long. We'll come up slowly to a seated position. Bringing your feet towards you. Inhale up and forward fold. Feel free to give yourself a bend here in your knees. Continuing to check in on your breathing. And bringing yourself back up. Let's twist to the right. Right hand on the mat. Looking over your right shoulder is an option. Coming up and to the left. Reaching high and back down. Bringing yourself down onto the mat. We'll work on some bridge work. So hands are alongside you, feet are underneath your knees, and on an inhale, begin to peel your spine off the ground, reaching it into the sky for a bridge. Opening up the front body, stretching the hips, and coming down slowly. Bring your knees in if that feels good. Putting them back down, and let's do that again. If you'd like to tuck your shoulders under, you can do that for a little bit more shoulder stretch. Just start to walk your shoulders under. Continuing to breathe. And come back down. Give yourself a yogi hug. Rock yourself if you'd like. Option to do windshield wipers, bringing your heels to the mat, bending one way and then the other. Feels very nice on the lower back. Giving yourself another squeeze. And supine twist is next. So bring your knees up and Let them fall to the right, bringing your left hand out, looking towards your left hand while stretching through this side of the body. We're winding things down before our Savasana. Bringing them back to center and letting them fall to the left. Looking to the right. And then send your legs out, bringing your hands to the mat, to the stomach and the heart, wherever feels comfortable for you to set up for the pose we've been waiting for, Savasana, our final resting pose. Just get yourself comfortable, maybe put something over your eyes if you'd like. Begin to relax the jaw, soften the face, release the tongue from the top of the mouth. Check in with your shoulders. And just breathe into any spaces that you might still feel a little tenseness in. Sending gratitude to yourself for making it to the mat today. Sending out gratitude to the world because it will return. And just harnessing in the energy of today's class. If you'd like to stay in Savasana for a while, feel free to pause. But if you're ready to come out, I invite you to wiggle your fingers, wake up the hands, bringing just some awareness back into the body. Slowly bringing yourself to your side, continuing to keep your eyes closed. Head can come on your arm in a fetal position. Noticing how you may feel different than you did when you first started. Some calmness, some vibrance. Slowly bring yourself up to a seated cross-legged position. Allowing your natural breath to follow. Blinking your eyes open. Let's bring our arms up one more time. Bring them down through heart center, and we will end class today with Namaste. Namaste. The spark within me honors the spark within each and every one of you. Thank you so much for joining today. I hope you enjoyed the practice. Make sure to subscribe below and click the little bell so you get notifications of the classes that I offer each week. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks again.